Evan is vibrant, he is enthusiastic, he is silly, exudes energy and excitement really everywhere we went. Very much a normal, busy, happy little toddler, just like every little toddler boy you see.
He was a pretty brave kid, sometimes scared us because he was, no kid, don't dive off the couch, but he was always like that.
He loved me as his big brother and had a good time while he was with us. He was always very active.
He brings Evan up. Most days, probably. He'll say something about him. But we went to his 1-year checkup and his hemoglobin count was super low. So they thought his iron was low. We started supplementing that. And then over that 2 weeks, he just got really sick. We went from the doctor to an x-ray. We went from an x-ray to the ER and an ultrasound. And by the end of that ultrasound, they said, your son has some kind of tumor. The doctor finally come in and said neuroblastoma. I didn't even know what neuroblastoma was. I'd never heard that word. We transferred to Iowa City because his condition was pretty critical. Started chemo in the ICU on Friday.
During one treatment, he would throw up about every 15 minutes. He would do that indefinitely and laugh and play in between, like for 10 minutes, and then be sick again. And that was, we consider that a blessing. Like, thank you, Lord, for giving us a kid that has that kind of an outlook.
Over half of his days from start to end of treatment, he was at a medical facility for something. And he finished his last scheduled hospital stay. And at that point, we found out that the cancer was progressing. The chemo he had wasn't making a difference. But to stop treatment means that you're going to accept finality. And trying to accept finality is impossible. And trying to accept the hardships of treatment when you know the outcome is probably not going to change is also impossible. I emailed Make-A-Wish on that Saturday. That was my first contact. Maybe we can do something as a family, like go live a little bit and then come back and buckle down and try whatever else we can try. I actually started having conversations with Evan about heaven that day. He was like, Mommy, I want to go to heaven. And I was like, oh, buddy, can't go yet. Why? And I was like, buddy, you only get to go once and you don't get to come back. They talked to the doctors, got confirmation of everything there. And by Tuesday, our wish was approved. Thursday morning, we told the boys what was going on. And Friday morning, we were on a plane.
I got excited when I figured out that we were going to Disney World.
We are really lucky at Make-A-Wish that not only do we have a national group of medical advisors, but we also have the doctors who help with the referral side. And these are the doctors and medical personnel who are closest to the children and their families. They engage us in a way to deliver the wish at the right moment when it's absolutely needed.
We get on that plane and we go fly to Florida, and it was kind of like you just flew and left cancer behind. You leave your terminal diagnosis behind, and we just went and lived.
He absolutely loves dressed up characters. Actually, both of our boys do. He saw a little BB-8 and he hugged it. You know, like,
and it was a statue.
Like
it wasn't
a statue.
Even a live
it wasn't
character.
even. But he just, like, the first time he met Daisy, he walked up and gave her a kiss. I can't also forget the pool. He hadn't really been allowed to swim. It was complicated with his lines because he could go stand on the water that was shooting up, and we were able to let him play. And
we covered that line up really, really well.
Yeah, we wrapped
sealed
him
it
up and said, "Go, buddy, go."
Evan, who is it?
Oh, look at him. They're going to see him first.
She caught it. Put it in her pocket for later.
When you're preparing to bury your child, watching them live and smile and making the best of the days you have is a priceless thing. And you can't put a monetary value on that.
I think we would all cure cancer if we could, but we can't. But what we can do is help people make great memories with the times that they have. And I think that for us, it was absolutely worth it.
To have an organization that's ready to step in and is able to do that, I can't really even describe it. Like, I can't put it into words.
It's a horrific experience to watch someone die, and particularly your own child. Evan passed away on Mother's Day in May, just a couple months after the Make-A-Wish trip. I have some hard memories of holding him for hours and hours while he's dying, and it wasn't a pleasant experience at all. Because the Make-A-Wish trip came when it did, I was able to have some good memories where I wasn't at work and I wasn't stressed, and I could just enjoy my little boy run, and I could play with him, and we could have a great time. we could remember some really good things that I wouldn't have otherwise got. I have a lot of things to smile about, and that means a lot.